Marvel Rivals is the real Overwatch 2.0 that people deserve.
Marvel Rivals isn't a clone of Overwatch. In fact, it feels like a real Overwatch 2. Kinda.
I'm better! I am better!
So I'm in the alpha for Marvel Rivals, and with 7 hours under my belt now, I'm ready to put in another 8 after I'm done with this video, because for those of you that don't know, Marvel made a 6v6 hero shooter, and this might be the best thing Marvel's done since Endgame. I am not kidding. Now, I know what you're thinking right off.
This is kind of insane, because when this got announced, when people heard about this, people were not happy. Obviously. A Marvel game? Oh yeah, we already know how that ends. The only good Marvel game that exists is Marvel Snap, and that's it. But then people played this, and wow, it's actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty okay. People are very happy with it, even though it did have actually a super big controversy about the fact that if you're a content creator, you need to sign an NDA that says, hey, you can't say anything bad about this game or we'll sue you. Now, obviously, it's just the threat of being sued. No one's really going to probably do it. If you break the NDA and say anything negative or mention their competitors, and yes, you couldn't say anything remotely negative about Marvel Rivals if you signed the NDA and got the access, and you could not mention any of their rivals. You could not mention anything bad about it, their rivals, even vaguely hint at anything negative about it. This is how insane this was. But thankfully, the game is good.
Off the bat. Brad, isn't this just discount Overwatch? There's no way a game like this could possibly take on Blizzard and actually... Wait, what did you just do? Oh, yeah, there's destructible environments. Oh, that's pretty... Is that Spider-Man? Oh yeah, he's like a Genji on crack. His web swinging's pretty good, and it feels like they ripped him out of the Insomniac games. I mean, it's literally Yuri, and yeah, he's pretty tough to learn, but dude, he's so fun. What is that? Oh, Doctor Strange? Yeah, imagine if Reinhardt could fly and had a portal gun.
I mean, Doctor Strange looks a little bit off, but that's fine, I guess.
And don't even get me started on Star-Lord, because this guy is so cool. The game even has a built-in theater mode. Oh, also, do you want to join my faction? We're gearing up for the tournament mode, and, well, there's a cash prize for it, and they're adding
Ooh, that was magic right there. That was magic. Look at this. That's magic, boys. That's a waifu. She literally controls hell, as a woman should.
They're adding comp tomorrow, so we can all gear up and kind of train for it. And, oh, by the way, it's 6v6. Oh my god, it's more of a sequel to Overwatch than Overwatch 2 is. Yeah, that's what I said.
True.
Do you have a code? No one hates Overwatch more than Overwatch players. Please help me. For an alpha build, Marvel Rivals is taking some pretty big swings. Made by NetEase Games, Blizzard's best friend turned enemy turned...
Which is, by the way, a huge red flag. So, Marvel Rivals currently looks good, but the fact that it is made by NetEase means that at some point the pay-to-win microtransaction hell is coming, and it's not probably going to be better than Blizzard's. Well, technically, as long as the game is better, I don't think it honestly matters, but, you know, the way that Blizzard nickel and dime you in Overwatch for everything because they know that you're gonna pay anything, you dirty little pay picky. The same way NetEase is gonna do it, only they don't know if you're gonna pay. They don't care. They're gonna demand you pay anyway. It's gonna be great. Don't worry about it.
Friend again, whose portfolio consists only of mobile games. We'll get to it. I went into this alpha skeptical, because if you Google NetEase Games, their reputation is, well, they make mobile games, but as soon as the game launched, I realized I was in for a treat. Right off the bat, this game's quality is crazy. When you see a menu like this, where the characters pop out, have demo abilities, difficult...
Oh, by the way, this isn't a good example of people calling everything woke. A lot of the times it's easy to spot woke, but right? I remember when people saw this, it's like, female Galactus, this is woke. A lot of things are woke nowadays, like, let's not pretend that a lot of things aren't. But no, that's an actual... Well, it's not Galactus, it's the daughter of Galactus. I think her name is Galacta. Wait, I'm an idiot. It says it here, yes. Her name is Galacta. No questions in this situation. And she is the daughter of Galactus. A lot of people saw this and they're like, they're turning everything into women. Women of color. At least they should. But, you know, no, this is a character. How much established she is, I honestly don't know. She was, like, in one thing. But she's a real character, and this is not Galactus being turned into female. So relax. This time it's not actually being woke.
Is crazy. When you see a menu like this where the characters pop out, have demo abilities, difficulty rankings, show their synergies, and oh yeah, recommend strategies and combos for how to use them, it's pretty clear to me that NetEase Games knows what they're doing. You see, this game already answers a problem Overwatch has. Learning curve. As someone who
Wait, don't all NetEase game have like display of what's happening and shit? Isn't that like commonplace?
got into Overwatch pretty late into the game, I remember being completely overwhelmed by this screen. I mean, the sheer volume of characters alone is intimidating, not to mention
I would feel overwhelmed by, this screen. Wait a minute. This screen also, just because of how skin tight D.Va is, but that's fine.
I mean, the sheer volume of characters alone is intimidating, not to mention what average Overwatch gameplay looks like. Rivals is showing that it's not only looking to attract experienced players because some of these characters are absolutely cracked, but also wants to be an on-ramp
God, hell is the best.
for people. Overwatch in its 10 years of characters, metas, rosters, and experience have left behind. I'm not going to Overwatch University. I'm sorry. Getting into my first game, what struck me the most were the character designs. Star-Lord hasn't looked this good in a game since, ever. And oddly enough, all of the base character designs are just really good, except for Magneto, who's oddly not purple. I don't have a favorite color or anything.
Dude, by the way, just finished watching 97. Shit's real good. Shit is tight, man. Tight. Okay? Very tight. Literally 2 levels of tight, okay? 76 is worth it. There are some moments that are like a little bit meh, but who cares? And some moments are a little bit like, but overall, 76 is damn good. And it instantaneously goes into the Bastion storyline, which is crazy, because I don't fully know the Bastion storyline.
It's fine, but like he's not purple.
Be wary.
Was that Obi-Wan? Like most hero shooters, the characters are broken up in 3 classes. A tanky boyo for us meatheads, DPS characters for ADH kids and annoying people, and healers for all your bisexual friends to fawn over. The quality.
Gay. Just say gay.
To give you an example of how fun the kits are, I mean, just look at Star-Lord. I ended up picking him first because this guy Frame One picked Spider-Man, and honestly, I'm glad he did because Star-Lord goes crazy. I've seen a lot of people immediately compare him to Tracer because
Star-Lord would not be my first pick.
oh my god, 2 guns and he moves around fast. But guys,
You can't compare Star-Lord to Tracer. Star-Lord has an ass. Tracer's ass has been removed and sent to the Void Zone.
he's not Tracer. He's if Soldier 76, High Noon, and Amazon Alexa had a baby because he's so chill to play. He's armed with laser-like submachine guns. His left shift lets him fly around for a few seconds. Right click does this sick dodge and reload thing. His E is Reaper ult, and his actual ult is aimbot. Oh my god, and surprisingly, every character in this game
Kinda interesting.
is kind of built like this, and well, it makes
Well, admittedly, I would say they lost an opportunity with Star-Lord, because Star-Lord is mostly a joke character, as we all have seen in the movies and whatnot, but he does have one cool thing about him, and that is, well, his guns actually shoot elements. He has elemental guns and stuff. That could have been a bit cooler, honestly.
oh my god, and surprisingly, every character in this game is kind of built like this, and well, it makes sense because they get to learn from all of Overwatch's mistakes and start fresh.
I think I struck the mother load. Those...
Nothing to worry about, just using the scope.
See, another problem that Overwatch has aside from just general hero bloat is that a lot of the characters they've added do not work in their classes now. Support heroes like Kiriko.
Oh hell, Overwatch is just an absolute mess. Some characters are. Well, okay, why am I even saying this? It's a Blizzard game, okay? Hell will freeze over twice before Blizzard actually balances a game. Fuck, they literally can't even balance Season of Discovery. We're talking about a game where every class has 4 buttons to press for a DPS rotation. MFR, okay? You can very easily balance that just by looking at a skill and saying, if we need a character to deal 10% less damage, why not just nerf this one skill by like 5% or whatever? They can't do that. They can't. So the fact that Overwatch is just a broken pile of garbage I mean, who's surprised at the end of the day? This was to be expected.
Or Moira that either do a huge amounts of damage if you have high skill or, you know, just play the game for you, don't really belong in a bisexual support category. Because what's the point of DPS if the person who can heal does more damage? And Rivals recognizes this with its kits, and those playstyles are fun to play, but make sure to keep them in the right spots. In fact, this game doesn't just borrow from Overwatch, it borrows from a lot of games, iterating on gaming's best character skills, mixing and matching them, and then using them in some really interesting ways like we saw in Star-Lord. Spider-Man is like if Doomfist had to rely on his speed and agility instead of his block to stay alive, and I'm kind of scared what Genji players will do with him because, well, you get jumped by him already. He's a menace. No, he definitely says fuck it.
Ooh, that's Hulk doing Hulk thing.
The Hulk is a diva-like character that starts out as a Twinkie banner, and then you hit Q and experience Twink death.
I mean, he definitely understands the word twink to its fullest because, yeah, this is 100% it.
Hulk is a diva.
Yep.
Like character that
Very
starts out
much.
as a Twinkie banner, and then you hit Q and experience Twink
Bam.
death. He's got a rechargeable jump, ranged clap attacks, a stun, and he gives shields to your teammate. The Punisher is
Well, stun. I guess the Hulk rod would make sense.
the classic I can't believe it's not Call of Duty character, and despite being built like a meatball, this guy can move. They gave him the really fun twist of having
Wait, that's the Punisher. Oh man, yeah, you can tell by the face paint, but that's the big version of the Punisher. I want that. Wait. I want that version of Punisher.
Pathfinder's Grapple from Apex, Valorant's Smokes, and Salvador's ult from Borderlands 2, and Groot's playing Fortnite.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. And I can already hear the chatter about how this game is stealing from Overwatch, but here's the thing.
Bruh, everyone from popular game when another game pops up that's that you know does things is gonna say that because again, the meme was well, it's not the meme, but you know, if you were thinking Star Wars Tracer just because he literally has 2 guns, I mean I'm sorry, but you know a lot of characters can have 2 guns. Yeah, it's not even close. There's gonna be definitely overlap. It is what it is. It's unavoidable. But, you know, the idea that they just steal everything from Overwatch, I actually am for it. Steal from Overwatch. Who gives a shit? As long as someone actually makes a good Overwatch game, I'm fine with them stealing as much as they like.
Hey guys, they're actually breaking the mold, because Doctor Strange is one of the coolest characters in this game for one ability alone. Portal. 2 portals. You can put down 2 portals. Not only does this ability completely change how you approach attacking and defending points in game modes like hardpoint, cart push, or tug of war, because suddenly a whole team can come from anywhere, but they're Portal 2 portals. You can shoot through them. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Creativity we're gonna see from people using these for a lineup.
Dude, that's gonna be an annoying method, not gonna lie.
And angles alone is going to be insane, let alone strategy and moving around the map. And again, it shows that NetEase is not only just borrowing the formula from Overwatch, but
Doctor Strange is gonna be OP because of one simple reason, okay? This is what's gonna happen. People are gonna play it, then there's gonna be like almost a clash or something, and then when the team with Doctor Strange goes in, like 1 or 2 people go in, he opens a portal and 2 people come out from the back. That's gonna happen always. It's gonna be hard to time, but when it happens, it's gonna be big.
is willing to mess with it and take risks. I mean, the game isn't even first person for a reason. FPS games are great for shooting. I mean, first-person
Yes.
shooter. It's in the name, but one thing that first-person perspective games have always struggled with is melee. From Skyrim's combat to Genji from Overwatch and, well, Dying Light where it actually works pretty good. First-person melee combat is really hard to get right. When you're approaching characters like Spider-Man,
Agreed.
Magic, Hulk, and Black Panther, if you went first-person,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I want to know what Magic's abilities are. Let's check. What does she have?
Black Panther, if you went first-person, you'd have to compromise.
No.
Hard to get right. When you're approaching characters like Spider-Man, Magic,
Okay, so we have. The hell am I supposed to tell what any of this is? But it's magic.
Hulk, and Black Panther, if you went first person, you'd have to compromise a huge amount of what makes those characters special to work as an FPS. Can you imagine a first person Spider-Man game? Oh, I'm gonna be sick. To put it simply, the third-person angle was something I was really skeptical of, but for what this game's
Whoa.
trying to do, it actually
Oh,
works pretty
demon
well.
for magic!
There are moments where Spider-Man genuinely looks and feels like he was ripped out of the Insomniac games. Magic plays like a Devil May Cry character, and the Hulk feels like he's in an open-world PS2 game, and when you put these really fun melee characters in an already chaotic formula, it just works. And again, it kind of blows my mind how well this playtest is going. I mean, it feels less of an experiment and more of a warning shot to Overwatch.
Good. Again, they literally removed Tracer's ass and made her whole personality be I'm a lesbian now. So good.
Because it is. These two have deep beef, but we're gonna make a long story short. NetEase is one of China's biggest game devs and publishers, and from 2008 to 2002 was Blizzard's BFF. In fact, they were such good friends that they were actually the ones distributing Blizzard's games into China. But in 2022, things
Wait, that story is kind of a little bit wrong. They're not BFFs. To distribute things in China, you can't just do it as an outside company. You need someone like NetEase to do it for you. That's the only way it can be legal.
to China. But in 2022, things went sour when the two had a huge falling out for, yeah, you guessed it, greed. You see, Blizzard's old CEO and human greed monster, Bobby Kotick, allegedly wanted 5 years advance
Bobby! Still remember, top GMF, he's a giga chad. Bobby's gonna return, boys. Bobby was the only one who was, holding back the absolute tide of autistic DUI shit, which we're gonna actually get into a different video.
pay for their deal, which NetEase said, what? And then a few lawsuits later, Blizzard's out of China. And NetEase is pissed, like statuing up a giant World of Warcraft statue. Pissed. And while these two made up last...
I mean, the statue was in China. It probably already was rotten. Let's be real. Do you think they're gonna actually pay more than $5 for a statue? Hell no!
month since, Xbox is just going around buying and closing every studio they can get their hands on.
I like money.
Good.
Bobby got his $375 million to fuck off, and
Giga Chad.
that was it. We're partners again, right? But it's when I look over this chain of events that I can't help but speculate, and well, we love our gossip here. Guys, I think this game might just be out to prove something and might be a middle finger in Blizzard's direction. While Overwatch has become a shadow of itself,
Also, am I the only one who is looking at this and thinking, is Tracer wearing a diaper or something? What is happening here?
finger in Blizzard's direction. While Overwatch has become a shadow of itself, canceling promised features, collaborating with Porsche and
Hell yeah! Did not know they collaborated with Porsche.
K-pop bands, which bangers
Did not know they collaborated with K-pop bands.
song, but Marvel Rivals is laying the foundation for something great.
Collaborating with K-pop bands works because sex sells, and Blizzard is too woke to sell that.
I mean, what kind of alpha launches with a working theater mode? Clash of Clans faction systems apply to mine today. Competitive mode on day 2, a feature where everyone gets play of the game at the end of the round if you click on their name.
Hello?
A story that's already progressed more than Overwatch's story has in the past 8 years. They're still on this, and part of me, maybe naively, thinks that a game being this good gameplay-wise off the bat can start to wake up the giant. These guys have history, right? Like, come on, do something, get up. Guys, I didn't make that thumbnail for no reason or for clickbait. We want Blizzard to sweat and try to do better. We can get 2 cakes. I think with Marvel
I don't think Blizzard's capable of that anymore. I think it's over.
Rivals, a lot of people were really stressed out
I
about
mean, they just literally 2 days ago killed Diablo 4.
that first word, which honestly, I don't really get because, yeah, Marvel's Avengers sucked, but even I can recognize that Guardians and Midnight Sun are pretty good. In fact, I'm surprised people aren't worried about NetEase because, again, if you Google them, there's some red flags. You see this, guys? I learned from multiverses.
Oh yeah, again, NetEase is gonna do something really, really bad. No doubt about it. NetEase at some point is gonna just throw in so many pay-to-win microtransactions, it's not even gonna be funny. Which ironically is still gonna be probably less expensive than Overwatch Game Passes, but still.
I'm a growing boy. I won't call them a Chinese EA because that literally exists, but look, they're a super corporation. They abandon games. They help make Diablo immortal. They make gacha games. They made
Diablo Immortal is though a masterpiece.
Diablo immortal.
You guys not have phones? Yeah.
This is their first real swing at a quote-unquote real game, and yet I'm kind of optimistic. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a good matchup. With Marvel and its massive well of characters to dig into tied to a game like this, it really plays to its strengths. For a hero shooter, that logo is a blessing. It's the it factor. No one's gonna care about Paladins, even if it has better gameplay than Overwatch, because,
What the hell is this?
well, people are attached to and love these characters. Wooden.
True. Overwatch has what? More than 50k submissions in hentai? That's a lot.
Is one of my favorite.
And one of the easiest ways to gauge how popular a series is by the amount of Rule 34 it has.
Types of brain rot. It's high noon is iconic even today, and Shell Bebop is practically a brand of his own on TikTok. You can't
No idea what that is.
just start from zero with a hero shooter or any character-based game today because, well, the love is already there. And what IP has been
Well, actually, you can. I don't believe all of this you can start from zero crap. You can. In fact, you can easily do it without any problems, in my opinion. Because, I mean, Overwatch started from zero. They were just Blizzard and, then it blew up. Again, Overwatch doesn't have even lovable characters. None of the characters have a personality. Again, I'm not kidding when I say that Tracer's whole personality is summed up with the word, I'm a lesbian, and that's it. No one loves these characters. There's nothing to love about it. Like, Winston's a monkey. He likes bananas. I guess that's the deepest that we actually have in character development in Overwatch. You just introduce interesting looking, fun characters and it's fine.
more dominant in pop culture in the last decade than Marvel. Spider-Man alone is going to get people to flock to this game. He's the big.
But yes, point being, Marvel does have recognizable characters. I will marry my mommy Scarlet Witch,
biggest
Emma Frost, Polaris, and Hela, obviously.
superhero ever. And then add in other icons like Iron Man, Hulk, Groot. And that's just the stuff that's in the game now. It's that Guess Who game of who's next that
I'm gonna leave Psylocke for you boys. And the good version, and the 3 good versions of Storm for you boys. It's fine. And like one version of Jean Grey that's actually okay. You can have those, and help. I'll throw in Jubilee because I don't care about her at all.
keeps these games alive and really offers some of the best marketing that exists in games. I mean, Multiverses has been gone for a year, lost all of the faith in its fans, and somehow the Mark Hamill Joker is reviving this thing. Motherfuckers, I'm still not over this.
The
You guys
hell
are
is
getting
that?
excited over this slop? I'm sorry, I'm getting upset. I can't do it again.
Hey, a lot of people in the modern day get excited about a lot of different slop. I'm no exception to that rule, by the way. Again, I openly have said it. I like games that are objectively trash. The difference, though, between me and other people is the fact that I will just admit, if I like a game that's actually objectively complete fucking trash, I'll just say it. I'm not gonna defend that game and say, oh no, it's actually good, you just need to play $500 of it.
I can't do it again. Marvel just has such a pool of characters to draw from. I mean, imagine it's Deadpool, Wolverine, Ant-Man, Daredevil, that one guy in all of the Spider-Man movies, or cool comic book characters like Squirrel Girl or Jeff the motherfucking Shark. Literally anything is
Yeah, Squirrel Girl's pretty okay. Jeff's cool.
fair game here, and that's where NetEase comes into the partnership. I mean, monetizing in a game like this is pretty good and pretty harmless, all things considered. It's like I said in live service
That's true, but NetEase is gonna find a way to make it win.
sucks. If the game's good, free, and, well, the purchases are optional, everybody eats. Spider-Punk's already in the game.
Okay, well, let me tell you a story about Fortnite. Fortnite purchases are not actually optional if you're a 10-year-old. Okay, listen. Kids nowadays get literally bullied because they have the default Fortnite skin. If you don't have a rare or expensive skin, you're getting bullied in school for Fortnite. Not even fucking joking. Not even making this up. This is real. Holy. It is insanity.
Everybody eats. Spider-Punk's already in the game. World Hulk is already in the game, and it's in third person so you can actually see them.
Wait, what Hulk? Did he say just World War? Oh, is it?
And it's in third person so you
Or is that World Breaker Hulk?
can actually see them. Oh my god. And I'm gonna get real here. The game's not perfect. It's a little stuttery at times, and the balancing needs work because Wanda can do, Oh, it's Wanda from WandaVision! She's solo ulting me! that, and
That's literally my girl.
what happened? This should probably get nerfed.
So she becomes invulnerable and then she just zaps you. Beautiful, beautiful.
A little bit, but the way I view it, damage tweaks are way more fixable than an inherently broken game, and well, if they wanted to do the money squeeze, why did they keep microtransactions out of this? I mean, they could have put a multiverses and
They'll put it in later, my dude. Relax.
started selling a founder pack from the start, right, guys? Obviously, at the end of the day, it's a free-to-play live service game, and it's gonna need to make money. It's an alpha right now, it's really early to say how things are gonna go, but I gotta say, they didn't need to make the battle pass free, include premium currency, not allow in-game purchases yet, and then make a heater of a game on top of all of that. Each character design shows so much care and love, and this game was made
Wait, now we can finally see it. Which Storm design is this?
so much
Is this like?
and shows so much
It's the old cape that it connected to her hands. It's the long socks bodysuit style, but the colors I don't recognize them. I mean, do we claim this Storm, because Storm's always worth claiming? But some of her designs are man. There have been designs where Storm just is not appealing. I'm not gonna lie. Most of them are fine, but there are times when the Storm designs are really, really not appealing.
care and love, and this game was made by people who are fans of Marvel and hero shooters. It's in details like these pop-out animations in the main menu that show such effort on something that, well, it could have just been a highlight, but they took their time with it.
I think there's a lot of NetEase games that actually do it. A lot of mobile games, especially, actually do all of this. They show what's happening, what's cracking, and how the abilities work, and they have in-game animations for things, you know, and they show it in small videos. It's kind of insane, not gonna lie. Anyway, that was actually a great video. Kind of Brad at this. You get it? Kind of Brad at this, like bad at this. Anyway, 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye bye.